Hello everyone. This is Blade. I hope everyone's doing great. I know I haven't gone for like almost a week. I was unbelievably busy, but I'm back. So I'm back. Also, there's a new season. So yeah. Today's video gonna be obviously a little bit special. It's not gonna be a gameplay. Hopefully, I can finish this video in 10 minutes. That would be great. So let's go straight to the video. So today's video gonna be a little bit special. It's gonna be about starting items for Talon, obviously for Talon. It can be also for assassins, but generally it's mainly Talon. Okay, so these are the four starting items that usually Talon go, but you don't go anywhere else other than those four. Okay, if you go anything else than those four, you're literally just trolling. Okay, the reason why I'm making this video, because tomorrow I'm gonna drop the matchup guide video that I had promised you guys for almost like 2 weeks now. And the matchup and this video, the starting items, gonna help you understand the matchup guide even better. Okay, you don't need to watch the matchup guide, which is tomorrow, to understand this video. This video is generally like legit for every single game, but this video, the starting item, gonna help you again understand the matchup guide for tomorrow, hopefully. Okay. So let's start straight to it. There's 4 starting items, which is the longsword and refillable, the Doran's blade and 1 potion, and longsword and 3 potions, or Doran shield and 1 potion. Okay, and the first item we're gonna talk about is the first starting item we're gonna talk about is the longsword and refillable. This start is the most efficient among all those 4. It's the most efficient start. And the reason why it's efficient, because you're immediately building towards your first item. It's gonna help you. Build your first item 500 gold. First item by 500 gold. Okay, so you're gonna start building your first item by 500 gold if you start longsword and refillable. Now, note that this start is a little bit weaker than Doran's blade. Not a little bit. It's actually weaker than Doran's blade, and also weaker than longsword and 3 potions, because you have literally less health than Doran's blade and potion, or longsword with 3 potions. However, you have a refillable potion, which that means you're not gonna spend 100 and 500 gold for a refillable potion on your first pack. So you literally just, again, you're trying to reach your first item really fast. And the way first item generally work in League is, once you finish the item, you get actually a lot of value from the item, rather than while you're building the item. For example, if you're building Youmuu's on your first item, you literally just have you're gonna have, while you're building it, if you have all the components for Youmuu's, you're gonna have 45 AD and then 10 lethality, and that's it. That's the only stat you have. However, if you finish the item, you're gonna have 55 AD, and you have 18 lethality, and then you have the active passive. They have the active of the item, and they have the passive of the item, which gives you a lot of movement speed. So generally, once you finish the item, you're gonna actually become a lot stronger, and that's why longsword and refillable is really good start. It's a little bit weaker, but it's a really good start because you're gonna finish your item faster than all those 3 starts. Okay, the other 3 starts. So that's the advantage of having longsword and refillable. And usually when I start longsword and refillable, if you have an easier matchup, or you're confident of a certain matchup, okay? It's like you're making a bet that I'm gonna survive the matchup, or I'm still gonna be ahead in this matchup despite this weaker start, and so I'm gonna finish my item faster, so I can actually snowball faster. Okay, so that's why you start longsword and refillable, and it's really again, it's really cost efficient. Okay. So the next start is the Doran's blade and 1 refillable. This is arguably the strongest start for Talon, and that's why a lot of people takes Doran's blade and 1 refillable, because Doran's blade give you 80 health, and then the not refillable, I mean the potion give you 120. So this is already 200 health. The refillable potion also give you 200 health. However, Doran's blade have 3% lifesteal. So that means every time you auto a minion, technically, you're getting close to 300 to 3 health back, because Talon's base AD is really high. So it's if you're level 4, you're close to 100, or you're 100. So if you auto a minion, you're technically getting approximately 3 health back. So if you auto the minion just 10 times, or you have 10 CS, that means you have literally 30 extra HP. So this is technically the strongest start in compare damage and health. However, the problem of this start is, on your first back, almost always you're gonna buy your refillable, which gonna cost 150 gold, and Doran's blade costs 450. and potion costs 50 gold. So you technically, the first 650 gold, you're not spending it on any towards your first item. So you're literally gonna be late 650 gold. You're gonna be late. You're gonna be not gonna be able to finish your yomus or your clips by 650 gold. So that's the disadvantage of starting long Doran's Blade and potion. However, again, you're making a bet if you start longsword. I mean Doran's Blade and a potion. You're making a bet that I'm strong in the early game. I'm gonna try to kill my opponent, and hopefully when I kill my opponent, I'm gonna get 300 gold, and I'm gonna make my the enemy lane or my opponent behind. So I'm literally gonna be worth in the long run. Okay, so this is technically the bet. However, if you don't kill your opponent or you don't get any advantages in the early game, you're literally just stabbing yourself in the back. Or I mean, you're stabbing yourself because you're gonna finish your first item later. So yeah, but again, Doran's Blade stats are really good, so it's worth it just to hold the Doran's Blade. But again, finishing the your first item is generally really strong rather than building the items. So yeah, so that's why you want to start the Doran's Blade and potion. It's literally the strongest sword you can ever start with. Now we're gonna talk about special cases, because those three are special cases. You want to only start these two items. I mean, longsword and 3 potions, or a Doran's shield with a potion on a specific matchups. So you can have an advantage, or you're gonna try to survive the matchup. Now, you only want to start, I only start longsword and 3 potions. The only matchup I start longsword and 3 potions against 2 matchups, and only 2 matchups. Against LeBlanc and against Zoe. Those 2 matchups, I saw longsword and 3 potions. And the reason why I don't start and then say again Blade, why don't you start Doran's Blade? It's the strongest sword. Why are you starting longsword? The reason why I'm starting longsword and 3 potions is because I will not be able to auto the minions. Because LeBlanc is so oppressive in the early game. Same thing with Zoe. And they're literally hard matchup for Talon. I will not be able to touch the wave. I will never be able to auto the wave. So I will not get I won't get the benefit of the life seal from the Doran's Blade. So therefore, I'm gonna get actually less healing. So that's why I am getting longsword and 3 potions. So I'm gonna get 360 HP from the potion, because every potion gives you 120. So I'm gonna get 360 HP at the start of the game. So I can actually survive and hopefully can fight the Zoe and LeBlanc. However, note that longsword and 3 potions is legit the most inefficient start among all those 4. So longsword and 3 potions is the most inefficient. However, you're making a bet. Again, you're making a bet that I'm gonna or like you're playing against a really bad matchup. So this hopefully gonna help you survive or even get the kill in the early game. So you can actually become so this sword become actually worth it. Okay, but it's the most inefficient item because it's not a refillable potion. That means if you on your first recall you have to build refillable potion, and you don't have Doran's Blade stats or Doran's Shield stats, which is really efficient. The stats of Doran's Shield and Doran's Blade. Okay, so that's why. And again, the reason why you start longsword and 3 potions, because the matchup's so bad you won't be able to actually get use of the life steal of the Doran Shield. Therefore, you just want to survive the early game. You don't want to die, and that's why you start 3 potions. Okay. Usually, you want to start 3 potions against. Again, you can take it against Zed or Assassin matchups because you want to actually solo kill them or not die against them. Okay, so this is usually where you want to start longsword and 3 potions. Okay, but I rarely, again, the only 2 matchups I really go 3 potions is against LeBlanc and Zoe. Against Zed, against any other assassin, I usually go either Doran's Blade and potion or longsword and refillable. Usually against assassin matchups. But yeah. And now the last one and the least most used, the least used among all those 4 is the Doran Shield and refillable. And most people think this is a troll, which is actually not. If you're playing anywhere below diamond and below, then I will recommend you never touch Doran Shield. You never touch Doran Shield, okay? And the reason why, Doran Shield is not for killing. It's for stabilizing the lane. Talon usually when I kill in the early game or when I get ahead in the early game by punishing the enemy mid laner. So the enemy mid laner does a mistake and then you solo kill them, okay? So that's usually how Talon played in diamond and below. However, If you lane against a master, grandmaster, or a challenger control mages like Victor, Hui, Oriana, and Azir, I will add also Aurora there. So those five matchups. Usually, I take Doran Shield with Second Wind. I combine it with Second Wind as my secondary. Second Wind, Doran Shield. And the reason why I go this, because when I play at the highest level, play against like a one-trick Aurora who's Grandmaster, she will never, ever do a mistake that will give me a lead if I start Longsword or I start any of these three items. The best case scenario is going even. And Doran Shield, if I don't go Doran Shield, I will literally be able... she will poke me down. The control mages will literally poke you down. And we will be behind in CS. Okay? So if you're going to be behind in CS, and then you have your first recall going to be worse because you're behind in CS, or sometimes even worse, they're going to force you to recall in the bad wave, so you're going to miss CS, you're going to be behind in CS and XP. And if they do this twice, only twice, if they make you recall twice, force your recall twice in a game, you will literally be behind the rest of the game. And obviously, control mages and Aurora outscale Talon. So the moment you build stopwatch, which they usually do in the highest level, in Grandmaster, Challenge, and Master, they usually build stopwatch second item if they see Talon or Zed or any assassin in the mid lane. And then you will never be able to one-shot them or 1v1 them in side lane, and they will outscale you. And they will you in lane. So that's why I go Doran Shield. So if they poke me down, I will still have enough health. Sorry again. If they poke me down, they will literally run out of mana before I run out of health. So I will literally have the same CS as the Victor. So my first recall, and then my second, and also my third recall will be efficient. I will have enough CS, even the same CS as them, or even ahead in CS. Because literally, they will run out of mana before they kill me. And actually, I have matchups. Videos that I start Longsword, Doran Shield with Second Wind, and the Victor, or the Aurora, mostly Aurora, she literally ran out of mana before she able to kill me. And then I force her recall rather than she forcing my recall. Because poke matchups is really, really dangerous if the enemy knows what they're doing. Again, this is only the highest level. If you're playing against a Victor who's Diamond and below, they will usually do a mistake. And then you will solo kill them or get ahead in the early game. So the only in ahead. But again, if you're struggling against control mages, you can always take Doran Shield and Second Wind. Because it's literally brain dead. Start. However, again, Doran Shield is not for killing the enemy. It's just for stabilizing the lane. So you don't fall behind in CS and XP. And then again, in the highest level in Grandmaster, people don't get solo killed. People don't get solo killed. The way they get a lead is by CS and XP. And if they have a poke matchup like Victor and a control mages and Aurora, they will literally poke you down slowly, and to the point they force your recall, or you won't be able to touch the wave. Therefore, you're gonna fall behind in XP and CS. That's why I start sometimes. And those five matchups, control mages and Aurora, I saw Doran Shield and Second Wind. So I hope this video was enlightening. I know I just dumped information, but this video gonna help you a lot for tomorrow's video, the matchup guide, because I'm not gonna explain why I'm starting this start. I'm just gonna tell you how you play the matchup and what you should build, like the items. I'm not gonna tell you what starting items you should build on them. I might mention it really quick, but you should know why we start all these four, okay? And explain every single one of them, the purpose of every single one of them. And depending on your play style, if you're aggressive, you're passive, if you want to CS, if you want to macro, you want to pick your first starting items, okay? But if you don't know what's your play style, you probably just pick Talon. My best advice is go Doran's Blade and refillable, because you cannot never go wrong, okay? And also it's almost the strongest. Again, it's the strongest start for Talon. And hope you enjoyed the video. Please drop a like. It helps a lot. And take care, everyone.